have the good fortune to be hearing from the lovely Haripriya. She met Srila Gurudeva in 1999 and took Diksha in 2000. And she's a very senior and beautiful devotee. And Haripriya, give you a very warm welcome. I saw you on Learn earlier, so I hope you're still there. Haribol, Didi, over to you.
Nama Om Vishnu Daya Radhika Pyapne Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Narani Tunamani Amaginat and Mananda Shya Ginanjana Salakaya Chakshunya Malitam Jaina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Well, I've been really nervous about this, and I've had so many things going around my head, what I'm going to say, and all my experiences with Gurudev, and should I speak about this or that. So I'm just praying for Gurudev that I can say something that can inspire everybody, as well as touch everyone's heart and my heart at the same time. So I really think the devotees that are running this 55-hour marathon is just so inspiring. I've been listening to it quite on and off, and a lot of the offerings there have just made tears come in my eyes and made me feel so close to Gurudev. In fact, it reminds me, like they talk about a garland, like connecting all the devotees, but I also see it like a lotus flower, you know, so like a million petals of a lotus flower with Gurudev in the center. And every devotee that speaks has love for Gurudev and love from Gurudev, but everyone is completely original. You know, they have a special relationship with Gurudev, but they all connect with Gurudev, and we are a one big family. And it's just so inspiring and very uplifting. I would like to sort of just speak. I'll start with how I met Srila Gurudev in 1999. Actually, we're supposed to go and see him in 1998, but our car broke down, so it wasn't supposed to be. But in 1999, my husband and I went to and met Gurudev in Melbourne. We were a bit apprehensive because, you know, we're so used to being pushed to take initiation. But one of the things before I actually had a darshan with Gurudev was on Lord Nityananda's appearance day, and Srila Gurudev, he spoke on about Lord Nityananda, and it was a very long class, and he also had other devotees speaking as well. And I was so amazed that I didn't fall asleep in class. And normally I'd have to have something to do, so I'd keep awake. But I was just so incredibly amazed by everything that was spoken, and I'd never heard of so many amazing things about Lord Nityananda. It really, really opened my eyes. And yeah, Vrindavan Vilasini was an inspiration to me because she actually arranged to have a darshan with Gurudev with other devotees. We had 2 darshans with him, and the second one I managed to get up close, and I, for some reason, just out of my mouth to Gurudev, I said, "Gurudev, can you help me?" And he said, "Yes, I can help you. I can be your Shiksha Guru. And if you like, you can, if you want, you can be my darling daughter." And I just said, "Yes, yes, yes." But of course, I didn't take initiation from then. But over the next year, I'd written about 4 letters to Gurudev. And the first one, actually, I said to him I couldn't trust him. That sounds really bad, but I was just opened up my heart and told him how I felt. And he wrote this amazing letter back and saying, "Do not fear, I will not cheat you. I only want to offer your pure sweet heart to Radha Krishna conjugal." And another letter I wrote to him, I wrote him a poem, and it was about Srila Prabhupada. And one of the things he said in the letter, he says, I liked your poem very much, and I felt that Srila Swamiji has sent you to me. So I felt quite protected. I always felt protected with Srila Prabhupada, and I felt like Srila Prabhupada was handing me over to Gurudev, holding my hand and connecting me with Srila Gurudeva. And over the year, and then we got initiated in 2000. He came to our house a couple of times when he came to Cessnock. And during these years, I kept asking him, you know, Srila Gurudeva, I'd like to do some service for you. What would you like me to do? And he kept saying to help with the publications. And I really had no idea what he was talking about. And then he said, speak to Sharmarani, Didi. And so I said, Srila Gurudeva said he wants me to help with the publications. And she said, well, she said, can you edit? Do you know how to edit? And I said, no idea. I can't even spell. So it took a while to find out, because Gurudev was sneaky, you know, he's just pulls you along on the line and pulls in your heart. And finally, he revealed that he wanted me to paint, and I didn't really know how to paint. So when he came to our house one time, I'd done some drawings that I'd done in Vrindavan to increase my art experience. And he saw them, and he said, I want you to paint for the Ujjval and Nilamani. And for me, I'd never heard of the word, and I couldn't even pronounce it for months after that, let alone knowing what the book was. And afterwards, Shamarani said, you know, that's a real high book. And she said, you'll have to come with me and I'll have to train you. But anyway, she said to me, read some of Gurudev's books and see what inspires you, and maybe you could paint something then just for a practice run. So I'd been reading some of Gurudev's books, and the story came up in that I was attracted to was Radharani trying to steal Krishna's flute. So okay, I managed to do that. And when I was in Vrindavan, I had the drawing of it, and again, Vrindavan Vilasini was there pushing me to Gurudev, and she got me to show him the sketch. So he said, I showed him the sketch, but I was so shy and I had my head down, but I could see his shoulders going like that, you know, sort of jiggling. And he was actually he's chuckling because he thought it was really funny. And I said, is this okay to paint, Srila Gurudeva? He said, yes, yes. And I asked him what colors Radha's clothes should be and all that. And so I did paint the painting. And then when I came back to him with the painting, he liked it very much, and he started laughing. He thought it was really funny because he had a good sense of humor, and it was really nice anyway. And anyway, I had painted gopis in the background, and as I was painting it, I was trying to imagine what they were feeling. So I was at the same time, as I was painting it, I was trying to feel what they were thinking. So I was trying to get that on the painting. So anyway, Gurudev asked me, okay, what is this gopi thinking? And what is that gopi thinking? And what is this one thinking? And the last one I said, oh, she thinks it's funny. And so he said, with his humor, he says, oh, so to be able to paint what is funny, you have to know what is funny. He said, that means you're funny. So it was really quite cute. So so just recently, Manjari Didi, she's in charge of the art for the Ujjval and Nilamani. She contacted me, and Shamarani told her to contact me about a painting that I'd done. And sure enough, it was the painting of Radha stealing Krishna's flute that was in the Ujjval and Nilamani. I was really overwhelmed by it, that it brought tears to me, because, you know, Gurudev could see the past, present and future. And so when he told me that he wanted me to paint for the Ujjval and Nilamani, I hadn't realized that I'd already painted it. And for years I'd been thinking I didn't want to miss out on painting for this with his book. And I kept thinking, what am I going to paint, and how's it going to happen? And then I found out that I'd already done it, because Gurudeva had already put it in my heart that to inspire me to paint that painting. And it was just incredible that it took all those years to understand that that Gurudev had already arranged it. There's so many things that with my service to Gurudev with painting, it was very fortunate to be able to connect with him in that way. So having service for Gurudev was really very fortunate. Before my time runs out, I also want to, because I could talk a lot about my relationship with Gurudev, but one thing I'm very thankful for Gurudev is a lot of you devotees probably have seen the video of the darshan in Auckland of him speaking about death and do not fear about death. And he was talking to my brother, Bhakti Ras. My brother had cancer. So, and it was his first time he'd met Gurudev. He'd been a devotee since 81. And, but he felt that Gurudev was the only one that could help him. So, and introduced him to Srila Gurudeva, and that he was speaking about that to us all, of course, but also especially to my brother. And he inspired my brother so much. And my brother also wrote letters to him during that year, his last year. And my brother was quite a bit fearful about being in pain and not being able to concentrate at the time of death. And Gurudev wrote this beautiful letter to him saying, do not fear, because if you just forget everything and think of Radha and Krishna and Swamiji and myself, you should also meditate on. And just a few weeks before he left his body, he was quite stressful, and we reminded him that just remember what Gurudev said to you. And then all of a sudden he became peaceful, and he said, yes, I see them. So he felt Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada there for him. And it was a blessing that Gurudev actually helped my brother so much, and it meant the world to me. And at the time of his death, I felt Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada were right there with him. And he was actually able to, even though he'd been unconscious, he was able to chant Hare Krishna. And I felt that actually they were helping him chant Hare Krishna. He wasn't actually doing it. And after he had left his body, I wrote to Gurudev a while later saying I was, wondering what had happened. And I'll just quickly, it's one part. Oh no, it's not that one. Okay. Oh, here it is. And Gurudev wrote this letter back to me and says, last year you received a beautiful opportunity to be with your brother and help him to make progress in his sadhana and bhajan. I'm very pleased with your services, and you should know that your brother is now in a much more favorable position. You've done your duty to assist him to obtain high class of association in his next birth, with ample opportunity to perfect his bhajan. Krishna has arranged this for Bhakti Ras Prabhu. Please do not be worried from it at all. Now you should concentrate on your own sadhana and bhajan. So this is a blessing for us all too, because to know that even though he'd only met Gurudev once and written to him about 3 times, Gurudev gave him so much mercy, and he's saying that he has very high class association. So there's definitely a chance for us all to have that mercy as well. And so also there was another letter that one time we were a bit confused about some things that was being said about Diksha. And this is to help us all. Actually, it's not just for us. she said, you should know that Diksha is a matter of the heart and not of an external ceremony. If one accepts within this heart a qualified spiritual master, then this position is initiated. This person is initiated. Krishna is within the heart and he is aware of the condition of our heart. Even if someone has sat in 10 Diksha ceremonies, but within his heart he has not accepted his Gurudev as all in all, then he is not initiated and the process of spiritual growth is not working. Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta had one devotee who always serving him in so many ways. He was not initiated by Srila Prabhupada. He was not initiated, but Srila Prabhupada accepted him as his dear most disciple. There are many histories similar to this, that there was no official initiation, but the aspiring devotee had fully accepted within his heart the lotus feet of a bona fide spiritual master. When a person has accepted and surrendered to his Gurudev in this manner, then his Gurudev will come again and again to help the disciple until he attains perfection in his spiritual life. Then the process of initiation is completed. Krishna is arranging all this by his causeless mercy. He says, please do not be worried at all. You are my very dear initiated disciples, and I will always help you to make progress in Krishna consciousness until you have attained Raj Bhakti. So that's to everybody, really. It gives us hope that Gurudev's always there for us, and he gives us so much love, and I really pray that I can learn how to love in the mood of separation, because I sometimes not quite sure whether if I'm connecting myself properly. But I pray to Gurudev that to Gurudev and from all the Vaishnavas here that you can inspire me and pray that I can continue in service for Gurudev, because I haven't painted since Gurudev left. So I'm hoping to get it together. So thank you.